Here we are, folks, drinking some tea. Just came from the Burj Khalifa. It's been a very long day sitting with the guys. The guys are not paying attention to me. Actually, I'm sitting by myself. You gonna wave, buddy? Just wave. Couldn't get anything out of him. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about something here. I don't know, maybe he doesn't speak English as well, too. Could be the reason why, because most Indians are very, very friendly. And as you've noticed, there are lots of Indians here. Here, Qatar, Dubai, lots of Indians, lots. That's why you can get a lot of Indian food, which is a blessing. It is cheaper, it's convenient, and you get a lot of chai tea, drink tea, and worry less. Alright, that's good. So, I think I've heard the discussion of should you travel solo or should you travel with someone else. I think it depends, honestly. You know, if you travel with somebody, then you have the luxury of having a partner, a companion, someone to make memories with and enjoy the experience with. When you have to take pictures, when you have to narrate and recount the experience, you have someone you can call on, you know, and that's a good thing all along, to have company and have shared experience. I think when you travel with someone also, your dollar goes further because you pay, you know, you share the transportation costs, the hostel or the hotel. There are some expenses that can be shared. Some people can even buy one meal and share it if they don't eat a lot. So traveling can get lonely, and if you're close to the airport, traveling can get lonely, and so, yeah, drink tea. Traveling can get lonely, so I think sometimes when you have somebody, it's worth it every now and then. But I don't think we should rule out the fact that it is okay to travel solo. A lot of people do it in Europe. They have a gap year after their high school year, and a lot of the 18-year-olds take the gap year to travel the world. And I've seen 18-year-old girls take a whole year off and travel the world by themselves, and they were just fine. So it is doable. Female or male, you could travel solo to any part of the world, including Pakistan, Iran, India, Venezuela, Colombia. Anywhere you want to go, including Africa. The world is a lot more safe than the media would have you believe, folks. Take my word for it. What are the advantages of traveling solo? Well, so you will learn a lot about yourself because you'll be tested and tried and put in very interesting situations, how you deal with stress. And you will mature and grow, I believe, as a human being when you travel solo, because it's just you, there's nobody else. You got to figure it out when you're in a bind. Another major advantage. You agree, my man? You agree? Do you agree that it's okay to travel solo? Oh man, he said no, you need a partner. No, I think you're right to some degree. But why is it not okay to travel by yourself? What's the negative side of it?
Like when you have a partner, you can talk each other.
Like,
Time will pass easily.
like you're doing with your friend right now.
Right.
Respect. Makes sense, makes sense. You know, like I said, when you have a partner, you can talk more and time pass more easily and you don't feel as lonely. I agree, that was my starting point. But despite the fact that you will mature and grow when you travel solo, play, drink tea. Potentially, folks, you will make, and that's the big one, you will make a lot of more friends, because if you have a partner, you don't have to go out of your comfort zone to talk to people. I've seen it all the time. When folks travel together, they go out together, they eat together, they do everything together, and the friend zone doesn't grow because they don't see the need to go out there and go through the very challenging, uncomfortable, and difficult process of talking to a stranger. You feel comfortable. But to me, that is what travel is about. You want to meet interesting and different people. And when you're by yourself, you're forced to talk and interact. So I think that's a major benefit of traveling solo. You know, and it is really the main benefit, to be honest with you. It will force you to have a unique experience of growth and maturity, and force you to make friends, and you get more confident, because after you've done it once, you realize, hey, it's not that difficult. Folks are a lot more friendly. People are nice. Therefore, you're more tempted to travel again by yourself, and you'll continue making more friends. So, absolutely. I should really write these things down, you know. But, you know, again, when you're in a bind, you know, you're out of money, you're out of data, you're lost. That's where growth comes in, because you're by yourself and you'll figure out, yes, I can do this. It's doable. But the reality is, even though we would wish to travel with a partner, they may not be available. A lot of people have the money and not the time. A lot of people have the time and not the money. And when life gives you that unique set of circumstances, when you have both, a little bit of time and money, you take advantage of it, right? Therefore, if you have to travel and you don't have any travel buddy, hey, you do what you gotta do, you go. But don't make it an excuse not to travel just because you can find someone to go. I think if it's your first time and you can find someone, I'll advocate, yes, go with them. But if you can't, go nonetheless, folks. Take my word for it. Maybe it's my personality, I don't know. I never get lonely. Now, drink tea, okay? The plane is over there. Man, that airport is busy, right? Oh. Maybe it's my personality, I don't get lonely. I mean, I'm myself best company, you know. I don't know why, I'm always happy. But traveling in the Middle East has been challenging because it's very difficult to make friends, unlike South America, Southeast Asia, and Europe, for the Middle East. I have to confess that much. If I was in Southeast Asia, Europe, South America, it's a breeze. I would always be with tons of people. A little bit of it here, but folks, most of them are immigrants. They work long hours, they are busy, and the locals, because of the religious norms and values and restrictions, it's a bit different. So, but overall, it's still a pleasant experience. If you travel solo, your best bet, as I said, is to go to a hostel. You'll make friends. And go out and eat in the market and take public transportation. Because if you travel with somebody, you're more likely to get a private room, you're more likely to take taxi, you're more likely to eat in a fancy restaurant, devoiding yourself of connection. Let's drink. Hit the spot. I'm pretty sure I had a very smart thing to say about this, but I forget it. I'm tired. Point is, it's okay to travel solo. People do it all the time. I think as Westerners, especially those from America, we're not used to those concepts. Hostels, travel solo, backpacking. It's not something that our culture promotes. Therefore, for us, it's very foreign. But I can guarantee you, in Europe, Southeast Asia, South America, the rest of the world, they do it all the time. You know? Older folks, middle-aged, young folk, they do it all the time. So, always ask questions if you have to. There are lots of websites and resources out there. For hostels, I use a website called Hostel World to look up hostels, Booking.com, Expedia, Skyscanner for flights and hostels as well. You know, Maps.me is a good map. Once you download it, will show you interactive maps of cities you go to. But if you just learn to trust people, ask questions, interact, you'll be fine and you'll have great experiences. And that you will not do a lot of if you have a partner with you. Nothing wrong with having a partner, but don't let that be a reason why you're choosing not to travel. You owe it to yourself to do it at least once, and you'll find out, you'll remember this video, and you'll say Jay was right. So, start somewhere friendly if you have to, maybe Europe, you know, but it's okay, go ahead, do it. Just go, travel, travel, travel. That's all I'm about. I believe the best thing you can do with your time and money is to travel, because when you travel, you can be a racist, you can be a bigot, you can be closed-minded, you can be conservative. Travel is an assault on all of those things, folk. It makes you a lover of humanity, a lover of cultures. You appreciate differences. Also, you learn to be humble and you learn to be grateful for what you have, because you see a lot of as much as you see nice things, you also see a lot of hardships and poverty. I mean, today I've seen a lot of people working 12-hour shifts, standing at stalls, selling things 6 days a week. Man, I can't imagine doing that. For what? 250 US a month. Whew. So, it makes you very grateful and humble. But traveling is addictive, I have to tell you that much. And all I want for you to see is that the world is as safe as you think it is. It's not as bad as the media would have you believe. Get out there and see the world, folks. Your future self will thank you. And if you don't get anybody to go with, well, first of all, buy a ticket for me. I'll come with you. And if I can't, go on your own. But travel nevertheless. Drink tea, folks, and worry less. Ciao.